Hello again, beautiful people, and welcome to Unconventional Counseling. Today we're going to do a pick-a-card reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. We're using the Moonology Oracle deck, the Modern Witch Tarot deck, the Hoodoo Tarot deck to clarify, the Animal Spirit Oracle deck to see what animal spirit guides are helping us at this time, and the Fallback Oracle deck from the Cancerian shop. For our affirmations. So let's get right into our shuffling and our pile picking and start our reading. Divine Alchemist, Angels and Archangels, Celestial Family and Spirit Animals. Thank y'all for another day where you freely give us guidance, support, and care. Thank you all for being our community and for paving the way for our soul tribe to come in. They are welcome here, as are y'all. Help me to channel a clear, concise, and powerfully healing message for those in the collective on their ascension journey. And remind us to hold in our hearts and minds that we are from you. We are part of you. And we are on a journey that will return us to you. Help us to keep the perspective that we are here to learn. We are here to experience, we are here to grow, to heal, and to ascend. And help us to hold the duality of being in this world, but not of it. The highest praise to our guides, to our teams, our celestial families, our guardians, our divine protectors, to our ascended masters, all those who have come before us, all those who have willingly and continue to support us from the ether and to cheer us on. And the highest praise, of course, to you, Holy Spirit. We are all we are because of you. Ashe. So here are our 4 piles. Take a look. Pick which one is right for you. And if you're ready to get right into your reading, the timestamps are below. Next, we're going to do our overall message. This full moon in Scorpio is going to be powerful. If you have Scorpio, Pisces, Aquarius, or Taurus prominent in your chart, you're really going to feel the effects and the impacts. Everyone can and does feel when the moon moves into different phases, depending on how attuned to the moon someone is. They may also feel the shift when the moon changes signs every 2 to 2.5 days. So when there's a full moon, we know in our society, we know in pop astrology that people are often kind of cranky, people are moody, things kind of go in a different way than you might expect or anticipate, and it's just weird. Like, it just feels like really weird. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of emotions running high, and maybe in spaces and places that you wouldn't expect or anticipate, like in your work environment or within relationships where maybe things don't typically come to a head. Maybe it's not typically that you're talking about big emotions. So maybe with acquaintances or people that you have very light relationships with, things kind of unearth and come to the surface. So with our moon in Scorpio and it being full, there is a possibility for things that have been underneath the surface to come to light. We are going to feel a very watery, it's going to be watery, airy, and earthy all at the same time. So when we think of those three elements together, I tend to think of a monsoon or a tornado. So if you're feeling an intense unearthing from within you, know that you're attuned to the moon, and this is just the time period when this is meant to happen for you. If you're around other people, people that you care about, maybe people that you don't so much, but they're just people in your life, and it seems like a lot is happening for them, and they're not really able to clarify or find language for it, know that it's also because we're in a Mercury retrograde. We're just a few days in to Mercury officially being retrograde in Gemini. We have this full moon in Scorpio. The full moon is opposing the sun, which is what makes the moon full. The full moon is opposing the North Node in Taurus, and the North Node in Taurus is this collective energy for this full year, this collective energy towards thinking about our resources in different ways, thinking about how we can have more sustainable practices, because we understand that the Earth's resources are abundant but also finite if we continue to just use them however we want. The Earth's resources, our energy, our capacities, all of it, we're connected to the Earth. So for whatever happens to Mama Earth, it's happening within us, it's happening around us. And this full moon in Scorpio is also opposing Uranus is also in Taurus. Uranus, however you want to say it, this outer planet that continues to shake things up, that allows for so much sort of like pivotal energy. Uranus in Taurus is uncomfortable. Uranus is uncomfortable. We are uncomfortable because Uranus wants to shake things up and do things in their own way. Uranus wants to be revolutionary and have tower moments come here and there and have Ten of Cups energy here and there. Uranus just wants to do whatever the fuck Uranus wants and doesn't want to be beholden to anyone or any rules or any things, and wants to do it in the timing that they also want. That's Uranus energy. Just wants to do what the fuck they want to do. And they do. So Uranus in Taurus actually, it creates a clunky sort of shake-up energy. Things happen very quickly as they do with Uranus, and there is it's like things are changed for the foreseeable future. When Uranus moves, when a planet is transiting Uranus, and when Uranus is in Taurus, because Taurus is a fixed energy. Taurus is an earth element. Taurus wants to build for their future, just like all of the earth signs. So to have shakeups that are revolutionary, that are deeply impactful, and that are causing change that you can't anticipate, it also changes things for the foreseeable future. So the moon in Scorpio is also trining Mars in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune Pisces and in general has a very dissolving energy to it. It can really distill things down to their core pieces. It's really hard to bullshit like someone with prominent Pisces energy because they can feel it in their whole body. This is a water sign thing in general, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. with Pisces and Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, or Pisces is the ruler of Neptune, however you say that. I'm still learning. What we have is this, it's like, I like to think about, when it comes to astrology, I like to think that each of the planets in their signs are having a conversation with the other ones. So full moon in Scorpio is kind of like, yeah, this isn't exactly where I like to be. The moon really is connected to Cancer in astrology, and then it's really connected to Pisces in terms of tarot. So Scorpio is a little uncomfortable with this full moon energy. However, Scorpio energy will go to the extremes. It's like, okay, if I'm going to be in the moon, if I'm going to be with this moon energy, I'm just going to go to the greatest extent that I can possibly go. What emotions have been hidden? What doubts have been, within? What fears need to be uncovered? What things need to be released? Let's just go all the way. So that's what full moon in Scorpio is saying. And then we have Uranus in Taurus, who is kind of like, yeah, okay, I see all these rules. I don't really want to do them, but I can go along to get along until I get fed up. Because as soon as I get fed up, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And Scorpio full moon is like, okay, like if that's what you're going to do, I mean, I respect it. And then we have Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune in Pisces is also, it's an outer planet. It moves slowly. So it's kind of taking its time. But as it's taking its time, it's surveying everything. It's surveying this energy is surveying every area of your life. And because there is this dialogue between the full moon in Scorpio, Uranus in Taurus, North Node in Taurus as well, and Mars and Neptune in Pisces, this dialogue, it's like they're at a party and they're sitting with one another. But it's not like a rager. It's not, the music isn't bumping. The music is turned down low. It's like, it's some R&B feel good music, It might get you into your feelings every once in a while because you're thinking about an ex, or you're thinking about the type of love you want in your life, or you're thinking about how proud you are of how far you've come in your journey. So you're just kind of bumping, and you're with these two wise energies, and they each have their own, they each have a best friend. Uranus in Taurus has North Node in Taurus, and Neptune in Pisces has Mars in Pisces right now. So they each have a best friend who's kind of like translating for them, talking them up, like giving you a sense of what their energy is like, because Neptune and Uranus they're not very talkative right now. But when the full moon steps into the scene with their intensity and is just like, we're going to do things to the level and to the extent that we are meant to do things. If there's anything that doesn't work, if there's anything that doesn't feel right, I want it brought to the surface. I want it dragged out of the closet. We're doing a spring cleaning while you're in the middle of a party. So it's uncomfortable. It feels awkward. It feels like it's not meant to be so. It feels like this isn't what we do. But as I said, Uranus and Taurus does whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want, during this period that Uranus is in Taurus. And Neptune in Pisces isn't going to allow for fantasy to live within our minds and hearts. Like idealism and romanticism isn't going to allow for that to live unless it serves something for our journey. So Neptune in Pisces has a dissolving quality to the things that we thought were good and stable and wonderful and beautiful in our lives. Like it will really show the true colors, or the alternate side of, because there's a law of duality, there's a law of polarity. So it will really show us the polar opposite of things, to allow for us to have all of the information that we need, all of the emotional information, all of the logical information, all of the information around the patterns of a relationship, a dynamic, a situation, something that goes on within ourselves, so that we can make a conscious choice, and we can check in with our bodies, we can check in with where we believe we are on our journeys and what there is for us to do and be and create at this time. So there's going to be a very intense clearing out. It may happen all of a sudden. It may happen, you may feel it a few days before the full moon is in Scorpio. You may feel it the day of. You may feel it a few days or a week after. The timing doesn't matter so much because the timing is just based on when it is right for you in your journey. When you have the space for it, when you have the capacity for it, when you are going to be able to allow for it and maybe it won't break you, right? Because that's not the point of our ascension journeys. It's not meant to break us and leave us broken. It's meant to break us open. It's meant to allow us to have breakthroughs. So this energy is going to potentially provide opportunity for breakthroughs, for a new way of viewing ourselves, for a dramatic decrease of self-doubt, and for us to kind of providing some encouragement and push towards either what we've already been doing in this new year that we wanted to build and create and establish for ourselves, or it's going to set us, like, if we kind of take the invitation, it's going to set us on a new path. And that new path is something that deep in our core, deep in our heart, deep in our soul, we have wanted, we have dreamed of, we have maybe even named to ourselves or to other people. So that's our overall message. We're going to get right into our readings. Hello, pile number 1. So let's see what you are reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio has for you. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Love this. Let's read about this energy. The flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons, and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there's something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. The caution: don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. Don't even think about giving up. That's the guidance from this card. Let's see what else we have from your pile number 1. The world. Love that. Yes. So don't even think about giving up on your dreams. You are working hard and you're being asked to keep working really hard. It's a yes. That's what I'm hearing. It's a yes for you. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're wondering about, can I really make that happen? Is it really possible? Can it happen for me? The answer is yes. The 6 of Knives. This is an energy that's saying you're moving from a time in your life where things are maybe very difficult and intense into an area of your life, a chapter of your life where there's more ease and stillness. You'll still have to work, you'll still have to row, but you might not be rowing against the current. 10 of Coins. This is such a beautiful reading, pile number 1. This is abundance. This is abundance that you can touch and taste. Abundance that you can connect to with your 5 senses. So your 8 of Pentacles, your hard work is leading to abundance. You're getting a big yes. Our animal spirit guides, we have the beaver. I love that because the beaver is a really hard worker. And we have the black egg, an ether card. All right, so let's read about these two. The beaver, hard worker, loyal, tireless, puts family first. The beaver personality is a welcomed sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home or financial stability. That also is speaking to the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. This earth element is really coming through. Pile number 1. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some selfless service. Picking up Virgo energy from this beaver. When this energy is in balance, you are happy and you're doing meaningful work. When this energy is out of balance, we feel useless or worn out. And to bring this energy into balance, selfless service or physical labor. Now let's read about the black egg. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, no excuses, no small talk, no noise, nor any lies, not even white lies. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in, books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When this energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear. We gossip, or we repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It's the epicenter of truth and the birthplace of our voice. So the black egg is connected to the throat chakra. That's beautiful. So if you're a creative, pile number 1, that's what I'm sensing you're getting this big yes about during this full moon lunar eclipse, this new beginning, this continuation that's happening for you is all about your creativity, your writing, your dancing, your content creating, you're creating something that will have a long-term impact for you. This is really beautiful. There's another one. Ooh, the elephant. Wow. So we have earth, we have ether, we have fire, and the third eye of this elephant is activated. Ooh, I can't wait to read about this. Elephant. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom, as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, Rest assured that the path will soon become clear. When this energy is in balance, we have a one-pointed focus. We are generous and we are loving. When this energy is out of balance, we misunderstand fate. We misunderstand and don't quite grasp that everything is working out for us, always. And to bring this energy into balance, trust. Sometimes it's easier said than done, right? Pile number 1. Let's see what our affirmations are for this reading. Shift your focus off the problems to see the solutions. You have all you need. Wow. That's a way to build trust for sure, to shift your focus. Surrender what you can't control is teaching you how to let go. Full moons are a wonderful time to surrender, especially because this full moon is in Scorpio. That's really powerful. And self-love equals self-discipline. Keep your word to yourself. Fall in love with how you feel when you are taking care of you. I love this for you, pile number 1. So you have a big yes. You have guidance to surrender, to love yourself, to shift your focus, and to trust that everything is working out for you. Your hard work and your diligence are absolutely paying off. It's time. It's time to take action. Pile number 1. If this is where we pause, like, subscribe if this video was something that you enjoyed, if it resonated with you, comment below. And if this is where we pause, then I'll catch y'all in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Let's see what this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, what message this energy has for you. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. That's really cool because Scorpio is a fixed energy. Queen of Pentacles. Sounds about right. Showing up in your own reading. Pile number 2. And the Ace of Wands. I love this. This is so exciting. So let's read about this fixed moon energy and this guidance that you have to hold your vision. There are 2 main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. And the second possibility is very different. The interpretation is that something is stuck. That could be referring to the situation you're asking about. If it's the case that you're sensing that something is stuck, some energy is stuck, pile number 2, what can you do to move some events forward? It's possible that you're being stubborn, and if so, that's great. I'm reading from the book. If so, it's great that you're being stubborn, because if you really want things to change, one solution is to stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break a deadlock. Since there are 2 interpretations of this card, it's up to you to decide what resonates, and that's what I say on my channel. That's what I believe about tarot, about astrology, about all manner of healing. You get to check in with you. What resonates? Do you see that something is very stuck? Or are you seeing that there's an opportunity to stand firm in your vision? Either way, you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're a high level and very royal energy is coming through from your soul through this reading, where you are sitting pretty, as I like to say, of all these energies that sit on thrones. There is an energy of abundance, is represented by this rabbit in the corner. There is an energy of a fixed sort of nature, of being really certain and stubborn, for lack of a better word, with this goat head. there is an energy of knowing what it is that you're creating and creating with intention, of having a sense of balance between your abundance and the areas of life that your abundance shows up in. So this is not just about work. This is not just about love. This is about any and all areas that it feels applicable to you, because as the Queen, and especially as the Queen of Pentacles, all is possible for you. Especially if you are firm in your decisions, if you are holding your vision. And this Ace of Wands represents that the divine is coming in to reflect this energy that you're sitting in. Coming in with a new energy, a new momentum, a new idea, a new insight around something creative, something that you're passionate about. I'm really sensing that your life is changing. Pile number 2, Gullah Jack. So Gullah Jack in the Hoodoo Tarot deck resonates most with the Hanged One in the Modern Witch Tarot deck. So if you use Rider-Waite, they call it the Hanged Man, and I just really prefer to not make this so much about gender, because everybody got a body. Anybody can change their perspective. So with this Hanged One energy, I'm really sensing that through you holding your vision, through you naming your vision, through you setting your intentions and creating from that space, your life is changing, your mindset is changing. You are moving in a way and in an energy that maybe this is the first time you've ever moved in this way. Pile number 2. This is an energy that's coming in with this full moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And we have the ancestors. So this is connected to the card Death in traditional tarot. And what I know about the Death card and Death energy is that every ending is also a new beginning. So I love that it's clarifying this Ace of Wands, because when something new comes in from the divine, we are also initiated into a grieving process, right? Because when something new comes in, it means that we made ourselves available for that something new to come in. It means that we let go of something that we had for a long time, or we put something to rest. We set a certain boundary so that something can't continue to move in the way that it was moving. We know where we end and where other people begin, and vice versa. The animal spirits that are guiding you along the way, we have the tarantula. That's a really beautiful card to receive. Not every card in this deck has color, so that feels really important to me. We have the stingray, so all of your chakras are lit up in the stingray. Sensing a lot of alignment. And we have the earthworm. That's really beautiful too. You have 3 cards where there's color. You have the fire element, the water element, and fire, water. Is that earth? Let's check. Let's read up about each of these energies and also check and find out what these elements are, because I am definitely still learning. Pile number 2. Maybe you already know what elements these are. Okay, we'll start with the tarantula. Tarantula. At a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. Fire element. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your deeper life's purpose, or your dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. Ooh, that's another way to interpret this reading. There's something coming from within. I mentioned that this is the divine coming in with something. However, we know that there is a universal law of I don't know what it's called, but there is a mirroring that happens. So as within, so without. So if the divine is coming to you and bringing you a new opportunity and a new sense of purpose and passion, it's because they're reflecting where your soul, like where you were sitting in your soul, the power that you were sitting in within. So we could also look at this reading as saying that there is a part of you that is ready to let go of what's been sidetracking you from your dreams. And there's a part of you that continues to say, we got to change our perspective. We got to look at this a different way. We have to shift our focus. We have to do this a different way because we want something, we desire something that isn't in alignment with how we're moving and how we're living right now and how we're carrying out our life, our life's purpose at this moment. Wow. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. Absolutely, pal number 2. I know that too. This reading is just encouragement to offer to you a sense of where you are right now. You're going to choose wisely. You are. I hope you believe that too. When this energy is in balance, you follow your intuition. When this energy is out of balance, you hesitate and over-intellectualize. So when you were picking from the 4 choices that we had for the pile today, for this reading, and you hesitated, that may be a sign that this energy that you're being initiated into, this energy of this full moon, of this tarantula, is out of balance. That your connection to your life's purpose, you're just a little bit off from the alignment of where you want to be. However, it's okay if you are, because to bring this energy into balance, you just journal. You find a practice that allows for you to check in every day, whether that's meditation, walking, running, moving your body, journaling, but something that you can do, whether you do it for 2 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 20 minutes, for an hour. The amount of time doesn't matter so much, so long as the amount of time resonates for you. Okay, so let's read about this stingray as we continue this discovery of your alignment and how to support you in getting this energy into alignment. Stingray, water element. Developing confidence, developing a sense of self or a spine. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old and the new. The old is usually easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new is challenging, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice you make right now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again, as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So this is now 2 cards, the tarantula and the stingray, that are talking about Dharma, talking about your connection to your life's purpose, and therefore your development of your own confidence, your understanding that you are the Queen of Pentacles, and that everything is working out for you. When this energy is in balance, you feel eager and you want to grow. When this energy is out of balance, you blame others or you quit. And to bring this energy into balance, this is really hard. Move through the discomfort. So just as we were talking about for the tarantula, having a daily practice, having something that allows for you to check in, that's also a way to support you in moving through the discomfort. Your meditation, your walking, your connecting to your body and moving, your running, your dancing, your mindfulness practices, cooking. For some folks is really mindful and really connects them to their body. Journaling. Can't forget the journaling. Can't forget it. Whether you write physically in a book, whether you type something out on your phone or on an app, whether you audio journal and you voice memo to yourself, however you choose to reflect, so long as it resonates for you. And I've known from personal experience, it really does help when it comes to moving through discomfort. It really does. All right, so earthworm. I think I was correct. I believe I said earth as that element. If you already knew, congrats, you knew it. And if you didn't know, the earthworm is connected to the earth element, which also makes sense because earth is in the name, right? Earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or a novice working to establish confidence in a new field. So the earthworm energy, we can liken that to a page in the tarot. You're just brand new at something. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. Absolutely, pile number 2. Absolutely. I feel earthworm energy doing this tarot reading. I feel earthworm energy on this YouTube platform. So you're absolutely not alone if you feel this, if this resonates. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or to lose hope. Mastery takes time and you are on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mindset offers the most valuable insights. I've heard that so many times, actually. So many times. And every practice that I have been a beginner at and I've had a mentor that I've checked in with along the way, someone who'd been doing it for years and years or decades and decades, they would learn things from me because I was so new to the practice and I was just reflecting on the things that I was learning and the things that, they were teaching me. That's in terms of being a healer. That's in terms of being a therapist, being an astrologer. Like there are all of these different practices that I currently practice and have been very new at. And when I was new, people learned a lot. So there's probably people in your life that are learning a lot from you while you're new. You're new while you're at the beginning. So a beginner's mind is really, really valuable. When this energy is in balance, you feel intelligent, earnest, and valuable. When this energy is out of balance, you feel self-conscious and apprehensive. And to bring this energy into balance, speak up. Pile number 2. Risk embarrassment, it says. Dang, another hard thing to do, but I believe in you. Let's see what our affirmations are for you. Create your joy, smile and laugh. You deserve to be happy for no reason. Take time to do what feels good. I love that. Trust yourself. Your intuition is powerful. Trust it. Nothing can replace your internal compass. Let's put that right over the tarantula, since they were talking about when you're hesitating. All is necessary. Without darkness, there is no light. Like a lotus flower, you can grow from the mud and bloom in the dark. Absolutely, you can. As a beginner, you can do that too. So here's where we're going to pause, pile number 2. I hope that this reading offered you something and just encouragement around this beginning space that you're in and knowing that you're a beginner at something, but you're also a master at something else. And you can be both. You can absolutely be both. And it's a beautiful thing that you are. I hope that you received something from this reading. If you feel so called, like, share, subscribe. And if you were called to another reading within this reading, called to another pile within this reading, I'll see you soon. And if not, we'll pause here and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Let's get right into your reading and see what this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio has for you. So Scorpio energy is coming out for sure, and you're being guided to work through your fears. I wonder if whatever fears are coming up to be healed during this full moon and this full moon period that we're in, by the time the new moon in Scorpio happens, which is about 6 months from now, you'll feel that you have worked through so much of it. That'd be awesome. Let's see. New moon in Scorpio. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the death, birth, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns the whole way, but it will be deep and it will be transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also usher in the start of a sexier time if you've been experiencing, an intimacy drought. And emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Just intimacy all around. Scorpio is a sign that likes to go deep into body, deep into mind, and deep into spirit. So there is nothing superficial about this energy, nor I imagine this reading that we're about to get into. And an affirmation that you have is make an investment. Make an investment in yourself. Pile number 3. All right, let's see what cards we have. The 10 of Wands. Okay, so some death energy is coming out. 10s represent completions and endings. And 10 of Wands represents a burden. We have the 3 of Pentacles, which typically talks about collaboration. Collaboration between you and your guides, collaboration between you and others. Let's clarify. So you got the 10 of Wands clarified by the 10 of Sticks, which is the 10 of Wands in the Hoodoo Tarot deck. Dang, that's a lot. That's a lot of burden, and that's a lot of death energy. It's a lot. So whatever this is that you're experiencing, whatever these fears are that might be coming up, whatever you've been burdened by and overburdened by, it's coming to a head, like 2 times over. When we have eclipses, they do amplify whatever energies are already going on. So that is not surprising, but I'm also like overcome. I'm both not surprised and surprised at the same time. I wonder if you feel similar. Pile number 3. And we have the 2 of Sticks to clarify the 3 of Pentacles. So collaboration may be on the next leg of your journey, deciding where you're going on this next leg of your journey. Because the death energy is strong, real strong. Ooh, dang. Let me read about this 10 of Wands, because the fact that it came out twice just feels so significant. Positive meanings of this card. Loads being lifted, knowing when to ask for help, learning to delegate responsibilities, focusing more on self-care, and taking a day off. Whew. Okay, so are you afraid, pile number 3, about taking a day off? Are you afraid of focusing more on your self-care? Because if you do, that means that, I don't know, maybe you want to invest in yourself. Maybe you want to live the life of your dreams, or live a life that seems way more aligned for you than the one that you've been living. I get how that's scary. I, for the longest time, have had this biggest fear around succeeding. I wasn't scared that I would fail. I was scared that I would succeed. And it sounds so counterintuitive, right? It sounds like why would you be afraid of succeeding, Ada? People aren't scared of succeeding, but they are. And I was, and there are still parts of me that are. So if that's one of your fears, that if you collaborate with others, your business might expand, or your creativity might feel, you might be able to access your creativity more regularly. You might be able to offer more in your community. If you delegate, if you ask for help. Especially if you ask for help from the people who really resonate with your soul. People who really they just really get you. This is partially also why in the prayer I talk about our soul tribe, our community coming in, because I really believe that everybody, myself included, deserves to have the people around you, the chosen family, the collaborators, the creatives, the people who really just resonate with your soul, who really you just feel like you're at home within yourself first, but you also feel like you're at home when you're with them. And on the flip side, they expand your reality. They expand your sense of self. They allow for you to find ways to dream even bigger. So if you're afraid of finding your people, if you have found some of your people and you're afraid of collaborating with them because you're afraid that you might succeed, I want you to know you're not alone, but also you're literally not alone. And you can relax. You can take some of these burdens off. You can lay some of them down. You can take a day off. You can rest. You are absolutely allowed to rest. Pile number 3. The crocodile. Ooh, that's a good energy. I mean, they're all good energies, but it just feels so connected to taking a day off and to resting. Ooh, crocodile energy is so strategic, you know? They're predators that wait for their prey to kind of come to them or to get closer to them. So let's see what this book has to say. Crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to take a step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around just hoping life's challenges will disappear, because the crocodile is much smarter than that. You, pile number 3, you're much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and from power. When this energy is in balance, we feel wise, patient, and we are a silent powerhouse. When this energy is out of balance, we feel stuck, overburdened. Yeah, just like that. And when this energy is out of balance, we lash out. To bring this energy into balance, rest. Can't make this stuff up, you know? We have the lizard. All right, so we have the water element and we have the fire element showing up. Lizard. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, and overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in the big city and to return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. Another card asking you, inviting you to rest, pile number 3. When this energy is in balance, we feel artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When this energy is out of balance, we feel elusive, flaky, and non-committal. And to bring this energy into balance is a creative project. Huh. Wow. I wonder if you'll create by yourself or with someone, if you'll collaborate. And we have the horse. Oh my gosh. And the third eye is activated. I love the horse energy so much. So we have water, fire, and earth. Wow. Horse. Momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina and mental focus are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. So that's exercise or movement and meditation or mindfulness. Having both of those really helps create this expansive energy from this horse. When this energy is in balance, we feel like we can achieve anything and we never give up. When this energy is out of balance, we run away and we feel weak. To bring this energy into balance, strength training. All right, that's a whole plug right there. That is a whole plug for movement. I love movement. So if you have earth sign placements, or if you were just drawn to moving your body more at this time, now that the spring has begun, now that we've had the spring equinox, we've had about a month of springtime. If you're in the northern hemisphere, and the rainy season if you're in the southern hemisphere. Well, let's get into our affirmations. Start to close out our reading. Trust the wait. Just when the caterpillar thought her life was over, she began to fly. Embrace the uncertainty. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. You are transforming. Pile number 3. Dance, sing, play. The universe works fast when you're having fun. That is so true. It's something that I've learned time and time again. And it seems so counterintuitive that if you're really worried about something, or you're really paying attention to something kind of coming through for you. Who knew? Who knew that playing and having fun allows for not only for you to feel, for us as humans to feel more ease and joy, but it also allows for the manifestation we desire, that we've been wanting to come through. Lastly, we have connect with others. Host a movie night or have a slumber party. Surround yourself with loving energy. I love that for you, pile number 3. All right, so we have movement, we have mindfulness, we have collaboration, we have rest, and we have connect with others and play. So there's so much that is coming through for you with this energy that we're entering into. This is really cool. I wish you so much courage. I know you have courage within you, pile number 3. I wish you so much courage that you find and you access that wellspring of, here, I just need to put these sticks down. I just need to put this burden down. I'm so terrified, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to trust. I'm going to see what happens when I connect with the people who love me. I'm going to see what happens when I collaborate with the people who really care about me. I'm going to dance. I'm going to sing. I'm going to play. Because that's what I can do while I'm waiting for the manifestations to come through. That's so beautiful. wish you the very best. If you are drawn to pile number 4 as well, I will see you very soon. And if not, if this is where we pause, I hope this energy ushers in something that's life-changing for you, and that rest gets to be embedded into your everyday life. Pile number 3. Hope you take really good care, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. Last but certainly not least, let's see what your reading has for you and what this full moon lunar eclipse energy in Scorpio is ushering in for you. A win-win outcome is forecast. That's so beautiful. Also, the full moon in Libra is next month. Because right now we're at the full moon in Scorpio. Wait, is that true? No. Libra is across from Aries. So the full moon in Libra happened already. Huh. Let's read about this. Pile number 4. I have a feeling that there's something connected to timing for you. This win-win outcome that's forecast, I wonder if what they're speaking to, what this energy is speaking to, has already come through, is already in your life. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow. Perhaps it's moving to a new level of commitment, or it's coming to an end. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason. Sometimes it's for a season, and if a relationship is ending right now, it's doing so at the right time. So try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship that's changing. Your affirmation for this card is let go of that which is falling away. It can be really hard to do, but surrender is extremely powerful. Temperance. I love this. This, it just feels like it's continuing with the balance energy. So we have the scales in this card representing Libra, and then we have the balance of pouring this water from one cup to the other. The balance of having one foot grounded on earth and one foot connected to your intuition, deeply embedded in the water. The balance of being both human and celestial creature, otherworldly, you know? Temperance. So we have temperance. What else do we have? Ace of Cups. So we have the Ace of Cups and temperance, where there are 2 cups signified. So maybe there are 2 relationships, 2 or 3 relationships that are shifting at this time, and shifting in really big ways. Maybe it's your relationship to self. Maybe it's your relationship to romance, your romantic life at this time. Whether you have a partner, you are drawing in a partner, whether you're dating, getting to know people, whether you have multiple partners, but romance in general, and romance and connection, your intimate life in general, interpersonal intimate life, and then your relationship with your work environment, your professional life, your praxis, your creativity, whatever you do that makes you feel like you are the boss, you are connected to self, you are a badass, you are beautiful, you are creative, you are on another level. So 3 relationships, that's what I'm sensing. 3 relationships are shifting. We have strength to clarify temperance. That's so beautiful. And we have the Sun of Sticks. The Sun of Sticks is also the Page of Sticks, or the Page of Wands. Wow. A win-win outcome is forecast, pile number 4. So this strength, it feels like it's speaking to how you are showing up within these shifts, or how you're being invited to show up with these shifts. Even though there are parts of you that may feel like a page, and parts of you that may feel very young, that may feel very green, that may feel like there's a lot happening around you. Maybe you feel overwhelmed. And I'm sensing that this full moon energy is bringing this completion and this new beginning in terms of these shifting relationships. Let's see what animals you have. You have the raccoon. So what I remember about, because I've received this card before in my own readings, and what I remember about the raccoon spirit animal is that it talks about you hiding. You know, it talks about the parts of you that feel like you need to remain hidden. So I'm excited to read about that. The peacock. All right, so yeah, we need to read about these because those two energies feel so distinct from one another, just as these two feel so distinct from one another. You have strength, like you are the boss, you are the badass, you know who you are confident, and you have that you are just beginning at something. So let's read about these different parts of you, maybe these different relationships. One that is just beginning, and one that is just beginning to change, just beginning to shift, and one that is reaching a new height, and just a beautiful height, and way of expressing itself. So first, the raccoon. That's the earth element. Raccoon, talented. You're exceptionally talented, pile number 4. I believe that. Shadowy and in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists, to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor, and other times it limits creativity. Questions to ask yourself. Am I who my audience thinks I am? And what if I'm ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. So, two energies that I'm seeing that are coming up within you, I'm seeing them reflected here and I'm seeing them reflected here around these relationships that are shifting, is this fear that you are not being seen for all that you are and for all of your potential and all of your capacity. You're not being seen for your greatness. Maybe you're being seen as a page. And there are parts of us that are pages. There are parts of us that are beginning. There are parts of us that do not understand everything. Absolutely. Beginner's mind is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It can be frustrating at times, but sometimes, as the raccoon energy is speaking to, it works in your favor to have a stage name or to have a particular way that you showcase yourself, maybe in a certain relationship. But I'm sensing this fear, pile number 4. This fear that you are not being seen for all that you are, all that you're capable of. This wondering of if there's something different that you could do to make it more open, to make it more expansive, to make it more possible to be seen. What I'm sensing is, if you can see who you are, then others will follow suit. So if that resonates, that's for you. When this energy is in balance, you are a generous friend. You feel like an exceptional artist. When this energy is out of balance, we may feel competitive, or we may identify with the trope of starving artist. And to bring this energy into balance, make new work. Create something. Anything. Peacock. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many have achieved this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. So this strength feels so connected to this peacock energy and the temperance. It feels like there is this invitation to balance your relationship to self, how you view yourself, and your relationship to other people, how you view other people. And within that, there is a generosity that we saw from the raccoon spirit energy of being able to relate to someone, and when they say a thing or do a thing, recognize that it's not personal because you know who you are. You're strong within yourself. Or being able to say something or do something yourself, and whether you feel some regret afterwards, or whether someone didn't understand it, or whether someone even felt hurt or harmed by that thing, that you can receive that feedback and again not take it personally, that it doesn't change how you view yourself, but that you can say, you know what, I made a mistake. Let me take accountability for my mistake. But that doesn't mean that I'm a bad person, because I know who I am. So when this energy is in balance, we feel confident and kind. When this energy is out of balance, it's very difficult to digest situations. It feels almost impossible. And to bring this energy into balance, meditate on your navel. That's your sacral chakra energy, your stomach, your belly button area, just to bring your mindful awareness to your belly button, into that creative center of you. And then, like the raccoon says, to create new work. And the last animal spirit guide that you have, the crow. Wow. This is so beautiful. Let's see what this crow spirit has to say and share with you. Crow, spiritually strong, creative. We're not surprised, right? Pile number 4. And watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities: past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When this energy is in balance, we feel psychic, strong, and clear. When this energy is out of balance, we feel ungrounded and hypersensitive. And to bring this energy into balance, a daily meditation practice. And as we know, meditation can be so many different types of things, and there's so many different types of meditation. So if you have a meditation practice, if you can, I'm sensing that there is guidance for you to do it daily, especially as a creative, for you to be able to channel the energies of whatever projects you're working on, or whatever whatever things that you're creating and bringing into the world, birthing into the world, but then to also allow your body, allow your mind, allow your energy, and allow your emotions to let those energies pass through you and give them back into the earth, and to create more balance and groundedness within yourself. Pile number 4. Such a beautiful thing to be a creator, such a beautiful thing to be so psychic and so spiritual and to be a vessel. And it's also very important to let things pass through and to digest the energies, as the peacock, offered, and to ground again and again, to ground, to cleanse your own aura, to cleanse your own energy, to cleanse your emotional body, to cleanse your mind, because you are capable of so much, and it's really important that it comes into alignment and balance within you. Let's see what affirmations you have before we close out our reading. Protection. Thank God for answered prayers. Rejection and setbacks are blessings in disguise. The universe knows best. That's also something that feels really hard. And I feel like I've been saying that a lot today. It feels really hard to know in the moment that when you are feeling rejected, or when you're feeling a sense of a setback, or something didn't happen in the way that you expected or wanted, that it is actually for your highest good, that something is working out for you. It's hard unless you've experienced that multiple times over, unless you've really learned it and it sits in your body with such wisdom and grace. When something happens, sometimes we take it personally. We think that maybe our prayer wasn't heard, if that resonates with you. Or maybe we didn't pray enough about it. Maybe we didn't do our rituals. Whatever, like, religiosity sort of guilt kind of comes in overarching. However you do your praxis of spirituality, sometimes the religious sort of aspects of things can come through, and we can feel a tremendous amount of guilt or shame that we didn't do enough, and therefore it doesn't come in. Or on the other side, sometimes we get really angry and upset with the universe, with our guides, with spirit, with our ancestors, and we say, well, why didn't you take care of this for me? That's what I did. My offerings, I did everything I was supposed to do. I healed all the things, and you haven't shown up. Why? And however it is that you're feeling, focus on pile number 4, whether you're turning that energy inward and you're saying you've done something wrong or you are wrong, or you're turning that energy outward and you're saying this fucking sucks, and you're not being taken care of in the ways that you want to be, or you feel you should be. Know that energy is that, like, grounding through that energy, healing through that energy, is part of this win-win outcome that's forecast. You may feel both. You may feel both, just like what's depicted in this Temperance card. And it's a matter of finding the balance. And within that balance, you may find that you're able to digest most things, most anything that comes. This is the energy that you're being ushered into. Pile number 4. Communicate honestly and directly. Don't assume. Set your boundaries. Remember, it's okay to just say no. I love that. That's a beautiful reminder for me as well. Listen more than you speak. Listen to understand, not to reply. Listen with empathy and with your whole body. Notice what is not being said. You can absolutely trust what you know and what you sense and what you feel. You can go with it. You can allow yourself to digest as much as you can. And when you can't digest anymore, that's the moment to turn to your practices, your meditative practices, your mindfulness practices, your movement practices. Anything that you can sync up your breath with your body. Anything that allows you to listen to what's going on inside of you and listen to understand what's going on inside of you will support you during this full moon energy, during this lunar eclipse energy, during this time when three relational areas of your life, relationship with self, relationship with others romantically, and your relationship professionally, are shifting for the better. For the better in the sense that it is for you and it is for your good. However, some of these relationships are shifting in a way that it feels like they're ending. Absolutely. And know that if they are ending, relationship with an employer, relationship with whether working for other people, relationship with even doing a certain career. I don't know if you heard that bang. I did, and I was surprised by it. So I'm going to go with it and say that there's something happening within your career, pile number 4. It's a big shift that's happening within your career. And so relationships, they're shifting. And if something is ending, if something is changing in a way that doesn't quite make sense right now, just listen to what you're feeling and listen to where you're at, and move with your own body to try to digest the energies. You don't have to try to do anything about it right now. Just check in, just keep checking in with yourself each day. All right, that's what we have. That's where we're at for this reading. Let's pause here. If you got something from this reading, I hope that it was helpful for you. And if you got something, feel free to comment below, like, subscribe, or share with someone else if you feel like they might resonate as well. And I'll catch y'all in the future. Bye.